One of the questions that shadowed President Trump from the start of his tenure has been this question about whether he got or sought information from the Russian government during the 2016 presidential campaign. And so that makes it even more stunning that he would come out and say that he would generally be okay with a foreign government giving him dirt on a political opponent. This is something that really is pretty eyebrow-raising because it goes to the question of foreign interference in American elections. Is it appropriate for a foreign government to work essentially with a president or a presidential candidate to try to sway the outcome of an election? And that could just be as simple as a foreign government knowing something, maybe through their own intelligence efforts, through sources that they have that could be damaging to an American candidate. And where is the line there? The president seems to think that there really isn't a line, that it's fair game for him to interact with a foreign government and use something that they might have on his political opponent in the course of an election. I think Trump's comments really underscore why the Trump campaign was so comfortable taking this meeting at Trump Tower with a Russian lawyer. They didn't see anything wrong with the idea of a Russian lawyer coming into Trump Tower and saying, I've got some political dirt on your opponent. We know that that meeting didn't actually result in much, but it didn't factor into their thinking at the time that this is something that could be problematic, that we should potentially alert the FBI, the government to. We don't know, every interaction that presidents certainly have had with foreign governments. It's hard to imagine this situation has never come up before, but it's almost the fact that Trump is embracing it so willingly that is really the distinguishing factor here.
With regard to the border, the president was confronting two problems. One, Mexico, and the second problem, the Russian Democrats.
Republican reaction will be really interesting here. They've been muted so far about this, but certainly one of the things that Democrats say, and this is true, is that right now we're dealing with a situation where you've had a foreign government, Russia, that was trying to help a Republican president. We have a Republican president in office right now. If he's going to be getting information from governments, it's again to help him. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's the only way that this dynamic could go. It's certainly very plausible that you could have a foreign government that wants to help a Democrat. So Democrats are trying to encourage Republicans to think about this not through the prism of Trump and Trump's reelection prospects, but broadly. Do we want foreign governments to be playing a role in trying to sway American elections? And we just haven't heard a lot of that from Republicans lately. The Republican Party is Trump's party, and there's really no way around that. He has an incredibly high approval rating with Republican-based voters. Most of these Republican lawmakers, with very few exceptions, know that their own re-election prospects are really tied to Trump's, and if they break from him too significantly, too publicly, on any issue really, that puts their own standing at jeopardy, and they're very cognizant of that, and they're really letting that drive a lot of their decision-making.